What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another F-22 video, DCS. Today we are at the Nevada Test and Training Range, taking off from Nellis Air Force Base. We'll be overviewing the B-scope radar of the F-22 and therefore also the F-15 because they are the same. We'll follow this flight of Hornets out. It's a busy day here at Nellis. You can see a lot of aircraft are sorting for training. And out in the training area, we'll be engaging 2 cap flights, one set of MiG-31s and one set of Su-27s. Got a complement of 6 AMRAAMs and 2 Sidewinders. Let's get it. Our way over to waypoint 2, and then 3 will be our fence-in point, and we'll get into the action. Okay, we're on our way to waypoint 3. So let's talk about the B scope. That is the radar scope of the F-22. A couple of things to note. You have your range here at the top right corner of how far the B-scope is showing. So in this case, 20 miles. Each grid here would then represent 5 miles. So this would be 5, 10, 15, and 20. If I extend it, that changes to 40, 30, 20, 10, 0, etc. I usually leave it at 80 when I'm starting an engagement. Your radar elevation antenna is displayed here. Slew it as necessary. You have the top of the elevation. The 2 digits represent thousands of feet, so that would be 54,000 feet that it's looking up down to a low range of 13,000. Down here is your azimuth. That's how far the antenna is sweeping left and right. And here is your pulse repetition frequency indicator. This is an interleaved mode, so it's switching between medium and high. High looks for bandits that are headlong or head-on, so it'll prioritize contacts based on speed that are moving toward you or away from you. Medium pulse repetition frequency looks at targets that are kind of at flanking speed, so they're the radar's not showing them moving as fast, so it'll prioritize those contacts. You can, of course, prioritize what you want. Let's talk about TWS. Selecting TWS shows on the B scope a straight up TWS. It also changes your azimuth. It cuts the scan volume in half, and therefore it updates much quicker, but also you lose all of the visibility on either side of the azimuth scan. You can slew with your cursor where the azimuth is going. Kind of see how that works. Down below, you have your ground speed and your true airspeed. That's basically the highlights of the B-scope in the F-22 and F-15. The F-16 and F-18 are not much different. There is a little bit more expanded functionality in that they are much more in-depth modules, but the basics hold true. Alright, 25 miles away from waypoint 3. Get our aircraft ready for flight. Lights off, master arm on. Look outside, it's a beautiful day. Okay, things are going to start happening pretty quick here, so I'm going to actually pause. We'll talk about what we're seeing. On the scope itself, right now, we have, looks like at least one contact. It's probably two, and they're about 55 miles away, maybe 50 or so. They're head on, and if I bug one of them now, it'll turn into a single target track. Do that. I can no longer identify other targets in the area.
Overlord 1-1. Bra 278 445 at 35,000 knots.
Now if I unbug him and then go to TWS, now we can see two contacts.
1-1. Overlord 1-1. Bra 278
And I can bug each one of them individually. And now it's selected both of them as contacts. I'm going to begin accelerating. Try to give these missiles some range. These are MiG-31s after all, and we don't want to get too close.
Enfield 1-1. Overlord 1-1. Bra 260 450 at 35,000 knots.
Now you can see another brick here. I'm going to bug that one as well. So now I have third contact and fourth.
Enfield 1-1.
Pause again. So you can see there's the standard target, which is the one that has the asterisk on it. That's our primary target. Then we have the second brick that is now kind of a hollowed out rectangle. That's our second target, indicated by, oxymoronically, the number 1. Then our third and fourth bricks, which are 2 and 3, respectively on the B-scope. All right, so we're going to begin our engagement, and hopefully this all works out okay.
Lord 1-1. Bra 258 450.
Fox 3 and Fox 3.
Enfield 1-1. Overlord 1-1. Bra 257 445 at 35,000 knots.
All right, so paused it again. Now our missiles are hot on the two contacts here. The radar has automatically slewed to our third brick, which is now indicated over here. You can kind of see the dots of where those two aircraft are. So the radar automatically manages which targets you're launching at, as long as they're all within parameters. The trick here is trying to keep them within the azimuth, especially when you're engaging two separate groups like this, and the span is quite different. It can be difficult for the radar to keep track of all of those. All right, let's get back into it. Foxhounds, and they're missile. Now you can see on the B-scope, I've lost the two Su-27s. I'm going to engage these 3 tracks here. Hopefully, those AMRAAMs can find their way home. So I've got all 4 of the Su-27s locked up now. I'm going to recommit Fox 2 and Fox 3, Fox 3. Winchester. It looks like we got all 6 bandits. One of them looks to be injured, not dead. go. That's the B-scope radar of the F-22 and F-15 in a nutshell. When used correctly, it can be extremely deadly and very effective. When used incorrectly, you lose your SA quite quickly, and you'll end up a smoking crater in the ground. So you got to know when to use it, what contexts. Alright, we're leaving the AO. Get back into nav mode. Lights on, master arm off. Alright, let's begin our descent. There's Nellis Air Force Base right there. Radar off, we don't need that anymore. Tower know we're coming home.
In field 1.
Approach. We're on glide slope. Runway. Looks like there's a race going. Over the threshold, start our flare. Touchdown. Nose really wants to point up. You gotta watch that. Perfect. And helpful. We'll see you guys in the next video. Raptor out.